Now, I assume, Nick, you hate it because you want everyone to be all lovey-dovey all the time. And Brew, I assume you like this old school basketball.
I don't like it.
I
love it.
Okay, all right.
I love this. And for context sake, he was asked. He didn't just blurt out, "Oh, give me LeBron. I want the Lakers." He was asked, of the teams, you could meet in the first round, is there one you want? He wasn't cocky.
Well, it was just either Grizzlies or Lakers. There's just two possibilities.
Fine.
I'm sorry,
Well, he plays for
Timberwolves
the
or
Grizzlies.
Lakers.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
But
Go ahead.
he wasn't cocky. He wasn't.
Knock him out in the first round.
No. But he said he wasn't brash. He wasn't braggadocious. It was very matter of fact. It was almost like that coach in the hockey video who was like he was real cool. I mean, he was real cool about it,
Yeah, he was cool.
And he wasn't naive. He wasn't like, "Oh, the Lakers aren't any good." He gave them their props.
Yep.
He was just extremely confident.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I'd like Dillon Brooks. Like a couple years ago, I wasn't that fine. I'm starting to really like
I
Dillon
do
Brooks.
like Dillon Brooks.
I really, yeah.
Because you got to thread the needle of you can't be a liability for your team like Beverly.
Hey.
And you can't be so.
But you're right. He's not silly.
And he's not.
Right.
He's not silly. And he's not so. To me, Draymond has crossed the Rubicon as far as like.
But he delivers.
No, he's He's a Hall of Famer,
Right.
no doubt. But as far as what this porridge too hot, this porridge too cold, this one's just right, Goldilocks thing. Like Dillon Brooks threads the needle right. He's good enough and he's brash enough without. So I agree with all that. I also think this is not going to age well. I think this is a terrible matchup for the current Memphis Grizzlies. If Steven Adams was around, if Brandon Clark were around, it's a different story.
Yep.
But they're not. And what did we just see with Karl Anthony Towns? Foul trouble, no big man depth, dead.
Yeah.
Even though the Lakers didn't play that well. Jaren Jackson Jr. is the only defender that has a shot of rim protection. He plays 27 minutes a game, playoffs or regular season, year over year, because of foul trouble. He's still, like you said, the second most foul-prone player in the league, and he's not even playing 30 minutes. Have you seen their big man depth? These aren't guys who get 2 minutes. Santi Aldama gets 20 minutes a game.
I didn't know he's playing 20.
I like 20 minutes
Well,
a
that's
game.
because
He makes
of
a bucket and everybody
because
celebrates.
of the injury.
Xavier
Because of the injury.
Tillman gets 24 minutes a game. Wild. This is true. They just signed for $1 million. Kenny Lofton Jr.
Hello?
They signed
how
him.
did he do?
The kid.
I don't know. 42 points.
They signed
Big
him
body.
because they don't have the depth.
Well,
But
Because
you
he's
know
awesome.
what they've done with those guys? Keep winning.
No.
Here's my
I agree.
because and I hear you. That's
I'm
why
not
I'm not
trying to
trying to
disrespect the
diss the Lakers and say, "Oh, they not any good."
Yeah.
They got a good shot in this series. I'm going with Memphis though. They consistently Ja's in,
Yep.
Ja's out. They keep winning. Desmond Bane's in, he's out. Dillon Brooks in, out. They keep winning. They are immature. My concerns are they're a little immature, right? Not quite like the Timberwolves.
What about 5 straight
but they
days
got
in
some
LA?
immaturity.
That concern you at all?
About what?
Come on.
What?
No, he's
What?
locked in.
I mean, the whole. Okay.
About
maybe.
I didn't even hear it.
I said 5 straight days in LA.
Oh well, look. This is the playoffs. I think they'll be mature enough to handle it. I think Ja's not going to have an Anthony Edwards game. That's the thing. Ja is going to play well.
I agree with that.
And Jaren Jackson, obviously, you hope he can stay out of foul trouble. Desmond Bane's a great three-point shooter. As a team, they're not great
Bane's
from three,
awesome.
but Bane is good. Brooks,
Go ahead, Walls.
there's some matchup issues. I hear.
So you are picking them or you're not?
I'm picking
He's
the
picking the
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies in an alto voice with one toe down.
You haven't been 10 toes down yet. This is
I'm
your second
picking
pick.
them. I'm picking them. What's it? That's all that matters.
We have
I'm
tape
picking
of
the
you.
Grizzlies.
You look at the camera.
I'm a little
What's
more
this?
confident in some games, some series.
Maybe after
but I
a
am
Wild,
picking
you
the
know what he
Grizzlies.
is? A 6. Can I?
Can I pitch you something real
please.
quick?
Go ahead.
Do you feel like Dillon Brooks has ratcheted up this character in this leadership role because Ja necessarily can't? Like, there's an idea that the Grizzlies were a little
Silly.
not silly, but a little bit like they had a good attitude. They almost had a nasty attitude in a good way. And now that Ja has kind of had to
humble himself even if he didn't want to.
And now, so
is
now he
what's
can't
happening.
really say this stuff. He did
Right.
he did the Taylor Rooks interview
Yeah.
where like, I had no problem
No,
with
so-
that kind
so
of bit
Dillon's
him.
doing it.
So now Dillon's taking the leadership role. I think it's excellent.
Okay,
So who you picking?
I got to see game one.
You
You got to see who
Is that how it
So
works?
can I?
Well,
can I
can't.
say
I'm not
why?
going to give a meek prediction.
Hold on,
like
can
you.
I-
No, a prediction's a prediction.
Hold on.
Me-
Can I say
whatever.
something real
Bold.
quick? I don't know who they have to guard LeBron. It has to be
Well,
Dillon Brooks, I
gonna-
guess.
yeah.
That's not going to work. Dillon, listen, again, I like Memphis's. Brew pointed out during the break, when Durant got hurt and when LeBron was still injured, I had the Grizzlies as the largest slice of title pie out west. But that was also believing I think it was pre-Brandon Clark injury. I'm not certain, but I know it was believing that Steven Adams was going to be back. He's not. I really like their starting five. Ja is phenomenal.
Of course.
Desmond Bane, I think, could be the key to this series. If he averages 24 a game and is knocking down shots, he averages 21 for the
he's
season.
right.
He can do that.
They got 3 20-point scorers.
Right.
essentially.
Jaren Jackson has to stay out of foul trouble. Tyus Jones has led the league, I think, in assist to turnover
Best
for like 4
backup
years.
point guard.
And then
Wonderful.
Dillon Brooks is fine. It's the depth past that. And here's the other thing that I like for the Lakers here, quickly, Wildes. This is going to be like 9 days for LeBron. And I know it's like, well, they play Sunday. What do we know game one of every series is?
Feel out game
Feel
for
out
LeBron,
game.
like me and my
LeBron
predictions.
might
So
not.
you got Memphis winning that game.
Yeah, I would be shocked if the Lakers win game one. But then game two will probably be Wednesday. So LeBron is going to get from Tuesday night until Wednesday until he has to really ramp up. I like this spot for the Lakers a lot. A lot.
Quickly, Dillon Brooks guarding LeBron. No one's going to stop him.
No.
Right? Isn't it just a matter of like making him work, tiring him out a little bit?
Exactly. He's not going to shut him down. Just make it tough on him.
Yeah,
As tough as you can.
think length bothers LeBron
Doesn't
more
have
than
length,
strength
right.
because nobody's stronger than
But
him.
he's
Oh
been
my
able
God.
to
We're the
overcome.
Paul Bunyan character.
No, none of
Nobody's
them. There isn't any.
Brooks
there's
has
no-
been able to overcome not having length, though. You would admit that.
Yeah, I understand that,
you're
but my
You wouldn't
point
think
is,
he's
Wiles, is that you are not going to, strength. PJ Tucker can not stop in any way, but can bother Durant to a degree because of the strength. That doesn't work on LeBron. If you're going to slow down LeBron, a guy like Andrew Wiggins, because of the length, is more effective than a
Because
strong
LeBron's
guy.
the strongest guy.
I think it's probably.
he is. Lifted up a car. Oh my God.
You're unbelievable.
Is LeBron wearing down? What type of question is that?
You're unbelievable. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.